Hello, this is a video response to CyberKnight8610's video of, well, his contest video of creating your own Exceed monster number card and, submitting it. And I came up with number 74, Wizard of Celes. He is a rank 4 spellcaster light attribute monster, Exceed monster, and he requires 2 level 4 monsters. And his effect states, this card gains 500 attack for each Exceed material attached to this card. You can detach one Exceed material from this card to target one card your opponent controls, banish that card, and the following takes effect if it was a monster. Other monsters you control cannot attack during the turn this effect is activated and while this card is face up on the field. Spell, you cannot activate spell cards until the end phase of your next turn. Trap, you cannot set spell or trap cards until the end of your next turn. When this card leaves the field, have your life points. Alright, so let's talk about his effect one by one. His first effect is this card gains 500 attack, well, condition or whatever. This card gains 500 attack for each Exceed material attached to this card. So his highest attack would be 2400. And the reason why I started him off with 1400 was because I didn't want him to be a 2500. So he could suicide with the Shein or suicide with the Stardust, cards like that. So I think 2400 was a fair card, or a fair attack, considering his effect is pretty good. So his second effect is you can detach one Exceed material from this card to target one card your opponent controls, banish that card, and depending on what that card was, the following will take effect. And also that effect is like Dark Arm Dragon, where you can activate it more than once per turn, so as long as you have materials. So he would have, in this case, 2 materials, and you could banish or detach 2 materials and banish 2 cards. And for example, if you banished a monster and a spell card, then both of those take effect. So you cannot attack during the turn this effect is activated and while this card is face up on the field, well, with other monsters and you cannot set spell cards until the end phase of your next turn. So whichever 2 or 1, depends what you did, will apply, respectively. And of course, when this card leaves the field, have your life points. Just to mention the spell and trap, if you activate a spell card, then you cannot activate his effect. Like before he's brought out, if you activate a spell card, you cannot activate his effect. If you set a spell or trap card during the turn that he is summoned, you cannot activate his effect. So just as a ruling note for future purposes if this card was to be made, which I highly doubt it. So yeah, tell me what you guys think of this card. Too overpowered, a lot of drawbacks, you see it as an actual card making, whatever. Oh, and the picture I used is 5D Flowrite from Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicle, and he's one of my favorite, actually he is my favorite character from that anime and manga. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed.